Alright, and we're back. Air Force Ones 2023. Some of the best that you can buy that are out there, or some of the ones that I think that are really great to buy. And also affordable too. I tried to put that on the list as well. So it's your boy, it ain't easy. Start the video. First up, we got the West Indies. I've already worn this pair, so I actually wore this for the first time a couple weeks ago. Great colorway. I just wish that Nike would release the yellow one too, which I'll show you a photo. But the shape of this surprisingly is very good. It doesn't come out too boxy on the toe. It's not too pointy. It's like just right. Also, the leather quality is not bad. I don't think it's the best that's out there, but it's definitely workable. And the more important part, it has the inside padding, because not all Air Force Ones, especially the newer ones, the re-releases, they don't come with that inside padding. And I don't know, they just killed it with these. It has good reference. It's not just a whatever GR pair. I mean, you can reference this back to the Nelly video days when Kelly was trying to text him on an Excel sheet. Like, what were you doing? What did the director say at that? Anyways, we're not gonna go there. West Indies, check them out. Hopefully they come out with the yellow one. Let's keep it moving. I should have just put this first and or last on the list because, you know, the list is in no particular order. But this is the anniversary Air Force One. I might have recommended this last time, but by far, if you just wanted a pair of all whites, go with the anniversary. It has the anniversary shape. You know, it's got the nice padding on the inside. You cannot beat the leather quality that they put in this, which I don't even know if it's real leather or not, but I just know that it's plush. It has the mini swoosh on the toe. It's like, yeah, they put the Nike Air on the back, but I don't know if like way back in the day, they might have done Nike Air like this on the back beforehand, but your jeans are gonna cover that anyway. But this is probably one of the best. My only gripe with anniversary Air Force Ones is that why do the colorways that they make other than white, they don't look that good. Like, come on, Nike. Like, since you made this Nike, why don't you update it with better colorways? That's the only thing that I'm going to say. All right, but again, if you want some Coke whites, if you're from New York, you call them ups. You want some new ups, get you some anniversaries. You'll never look back. It's funny, I literally talk shit about the the anniversary colorways, but the next one I'm gonna bring up is the white chocolate one. So this is the anniversary shape, and it does have reference to an older pair of Air Force Ones that it might have also been called chocolate way back, and it might have been like 04, 05, somewhere around that time. You could probably still find pairs like that on eBay or maybe through Instagram sellers or resellers. But if you don't want to go through that hassle and you still want, you know, the original colorway but a brand new pair, you can get this one. There also is no resale on this. And then also pre-warning that not all of the colorwayed anniversary Air Force Ones are created equal in shape. I know that sounds complicated, but just trust me when I tell you. When I bought these, so I own a pair of these as well, I bought like 3 or 4 pairs and I returned 3 of them. And I only kept one because the shape of the toe, I don't know, some of them came out a little bit more boxy than others. So just beware. If you can, maybe get it in store and, you know, open the box and see it before you purchase it. But if you don't even care about that, then, you know, who am I to say? So the next pair that we have up is the White Wolf Air Force One. I think this dropped last year or this year. They still might even have this in stores because the last JD Sports that I walked into, they got them chilling right there. I particularly like this one though because the swoosh is outlined. You know what I mean? I just remember growing up, like when I was super young, when the Nelly video came out, you feel me? But when I was younger, I would see kids in school that would pull up with the Air Force Ones. They have them in white and then it was outlined in like red or gray or blue or black, and I was just like, bro, that is the sickest thing I've ever seen in the world. This has a lot of, you know, nostalgic factor. I believe the shape is pretty cool as well. I just don't know about the leather quality and I don't know about the inside padding. I'd have to go back and check, but they do color in the air on the sole. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. White Wolves, check them out. No resale. It could definitely work. All right, so the next one, hopefully people can actually find this one, and that's going to be the chocolate croc. This reminds me of the Panda, except I don't think they ever remade this pair, but it's more so like a Panda colorway with brown and like crocodile. For some, you might be like, oh, that's stupid, but you know, for Air Force One heads, that Y2K era, you know what I mean? This might have been 03, 04, summertime around there. This is a good pair. I also looked it up recently on eBay. You can still get these things for a lower price. It's not that expensive. But yeah, good pair. Let's keep going here. All right, so the premium neutral gray camo Air Force Ones, by far one of my favorite pairs. I don't know why Nike never came back out with this. And I think there was a tan camo colorway they also did too. But this is just, man, this is just one of my favorites. The unfortunate side of this is that it's gonna be hard for you to find your size, because it was very hard to find my size. So that's the reason why I had to buy 2 of them, because I know I'm never probably gonna see it again. But the resale for them is not that bad. I think I was even seeing these in consignment stores like last year. You know, people were selling for 120 bucks, you know, because maybe they're not educated and they don't know. But I think it looks good, man. It's like an everyday shoe. And what's great about this is if you wear them, I mean, I've never even seen anybody in the past 12 years even have these on. And it's just a unique colored shoe that I think that should be remade again. You know, inside padding is really good. Shaping, of course, really good. You get the original Air Force One aglet on the toe there. You know, your best bet to find those is really eBay's the only place that you're gonna be able to find that. All right, so the next Air Force One that hopefully I'm not gonna bite my words on the resale price, but it's gonna be the Terror Squad Air Force Ones. These have now been teased, I don't even know how many times, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and all types of stuff. You know what's funny? I don't even think there's that much hype around these. That's the reason why I'm putting on the list as like slightly affordable. I have a feeling they're gonna make a lot of these pairs. Also because the Panda Dunk being such a sellable colorway, and then the Panda Air Force One, I mean, maybe because people might watch my videos and stuff, they buy Panda Air Force Ones and whatever. But besides the fact, I think Nike will, if I were to just predict, I think Nike will make a lot of these, and I don't think there's going to be crazy resale. Because, like, what's the point at that point? Why would you remake it if, like, nobody can get it? You know what I mean? But Terror Squad in general has had a lot of different colorways that Air Force One heads have always loved. And I went to Vegas like a couple months ago, and I visited the UN store, and they had the archive of all the Terror Squad Air Force Ones sitting in the window, which was dope, you feel me? But a lot of them, you know, they go for like $3,000. But I think, again, when they re-release these, you know, it has that tie to Terror Squad, Fat Joe, with the history of him loving Air Force Ones from back in the day. But also, I'm assuming with just a regular retail price tag. So I'm waiting on that. And I have no idea what the news is. Hopefully they come out with the news pretty soon. So the HANSHIN Tiger Air Force Ones, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'm pretty sure it's tied to the sports team, if I'm not mistaken. But this is just a sexy colorway in an Air Force One. Like, this is great. I mean, granted, you could just go on Nike by You or Nike ID and then, you know, customize the colorway, but a lot of the time Nike by You does not offer yellow, which is weird. I think they did it for patent leather, but just like regular yellow leather, I don't think they did that. Anyways, besides the fact, this is just a great colorway. I'm pretty sure you can still find this pair. Reference to the old pair, it might have been like 05 or 03, somewhere around there. I don't know if they ever re-released it or not, and I don't believe there is resale on this one. But somebody fact check me, because, you know, watch me say that and then it's, you know, it's like $700, some crazy number like that. I have the the snakeskin pair of Bapestas in a very similar colorway. So like for me, this is very reminiscent of that, but these, you know, in hindsight you can actually wear these, you feel me, compared to the Bapestas will crumble on you, especially the OG pairs. But for an Air Force One, especially if you bought an older pair, you can like tear it up. It don't even matter. You know what I mean? You can wear it with whatever fit and it'll still work. So great pair. Yeah, let's just keep on moving here. All right, so another pair that I've brought up, what was it, like 2 years ago that I made this video, because this is the renewal video, would be the Pure Platinums. I mean, it's just an honorable mention. Like if you just want an everyday, kind of like an all-white Air Force One, but it still pays respect to, I believe, what was the first Air Force One that was ever made, I think, don't quote me, was a pure platinum color. It was like white, gray swoosh, gray bottom, the air was colored in, all that kind of stuff. But this is just like the modern day take. These, for whatever reason, every single time I buy a pair of these and then I wear them, they all crease very well. The shape holds shape for some reason. I guess it's the type of leather that they chose or the way that it's sewn, I don't know. But they hold up really well for a you know, relatively all white shoe. And then on the bottom, you don't have to worry too much about these getting too dirty because it's already gray and it's not an all, you know, it's not a coke white. You feel me? It's got a little bit of that pure platinum gray color in there, and it works out. So, I mean, you guys have seen me preach about this a million times. I don't really need to bore you. So let's move on to the next pair. Okay, so the Four Horsemen Air Force One, which was originally a friends and family for LeBron, was this back in the day or maybe more recently? I don't quote me on that. But now Nike made this colorway available to everybody. Even if you're not a LeBron fan, but if you're an Air Force fan, you should know there's quite a few coveted LeBron Air Force Ones from way back. I'll just show some photos here. You know what I mean? Those are the you feel me's right there, man. I've never even seen some of these in real life. I've probably only seen like 2 or 3 of them. They're unicorns, you know? You might see them on eBay for a pretty high price, but yeah, that's what it is, man. You know, this next one, I don't even know why I don't own it. And I'm looking at it now, like I might just buy it online right now. And that's the Puerto Ricos. And I also don't know whether or not I mentioned it before. So this pair, bro, fire. You feel me? I damn near need a pair. It's got the mini swoosh, it's got the logo on the back. I think this was worn in Fabulous's video at the end of, God, I don't know. I'll try to show the photo here or whatever, but you know, when he wore those back then, those might have been like a custom pair, which later Nike made an actual pair of the Puerto Ricos. But yeah, it's just all around good nostalgic pair of Air Force Ones that brings you back. And then also resell on these, they're going up a little bit, but you can still find them under $280, which is, that's not half bad. I mean, you know what it is for me with pairs like these? You get the logo on the back, bro. Air Force Ones need the logo on the back. Come on, man, bring it back, but don't make it corny though, Nike. You know what I mean? Just make it in a way where it's respectable, it pays homage to something cohesively, it's a good colorway, and also it's just a dope logo that represents something that you like. And I think this is a good example of that. So if you can, grab you a pair, and you know, hopefully the resale doesn't eat you alive. So Kith always makes the list, you know, and it's funny, not all Kith Air Force Ones, you know, go for crazy prices, but this is I believe the NYC Home, I think that's what they're calling them, Kith Air Force One. I almost didn't put this on the list though because it has a translucent bottom, and I'm just not a fan of that. I think that translucent bottoms after like 10 wears, or not even 10 wears, depending on where you live, like after 6 wears, they're toast. You feel me? They're gone. But it's a good colorway. Remember the Taiwans, and then you got this, and it's like, okay, you know, put 2 and 2 together, why not, right? I think these sit under 300 or under 250, don't quote me. Go ahead and look up that price. But the black pair, I don't even think those have gone up either, but this is a good one. You know, it's a switch up in color. It's not a coke white, and yeah, if you rock with it, you rock with it. If you don't, then maybe the next pair you might like. Okay, so I don't even know the name of this next one. I'm just gonna call it the gray, white, black stitching, contrast stitching Air Force One. It might have been 2004 or 2005 or maybe 06. But bro, this is one of the most nostalgic pairs for me. I used to have one of these when I was younger. Man, I used to clean those things with like a toothbrush and like because it was like only had like gold pairs of Air Forces. But like that was, oh man, I still love this colorway. Very similar to the contrast stitching they made of the green, red, black. They never came out with the yellow. I don't know what's up with that, Nike. What's up with you in yellow, Nike? Come on, get your yellow game up. You know what I'm saying? Again, reminiscent. Another pair. If you wore them, you probably will never see people put this shit on, because more than half the time, if they own it, is beat to shit. You know what I'm saying? The thing's jacked up. You feel me? A lot of the pairs you're gonna find of this on eBay as well. They're pretty jacked up, but if you get lucky, someone's cleaning out their closet, they might sell a pair. That's one to have for sure. That's on the list. Hunting for it. It's not even sought after. I'm just hunting for it because it's like I can't get it. You know. So the watermelon Air Force Ones, surprisingly, have no resale. Well, I mean, I haven't checked as of today, but when I bought it a year and a half ago, I bought them for 65 bucks. Like, come on. This is a classic Air Force One. I hope Nike never remakes this, because it just needs to sit in that time period, you know, to remind people of that time period for Air Force Ones. And also, if you look at some of the other patent leathers in the Y2K era, besides Frankenstein's and besides some of the LeBrons and the PlayStations, the others like Easter eggs and stuff, they're really not that expensive. Like you can get them at a pretty affordable price, and it's some of those pairs that if you wear them, if other Air Force heads see it, they're like, oh, you know, you might know a thing or two. But also the fact that I got these for 65 bucks, not even a year and a half ago, they can't possibly be that much now. You know, and even mine was like slightly used, and the patent leather doesn't rip on you the same way Bape's do. It'll last, like the quality is actually kind of there. You still get that inside padding, and you know, your shoe will also look like a watermelon at the same time. You know, so if you're into that, this might be the shoe for you. I think the last thing I will say is notice that this list was not comprised of sneakers that look, you know, Air Force Ones that look like this. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't look like this. They don't look like this or this. Okay, no knock if you're watching this and you're like, okay, well, I'm wearing those right now. It's all good. Keep wearing them. And if you like it, you like it. I just think, for me personally, I like to buy Air Force Ones that have some kind of, like, one, it's got some kind of reference back to when it got super popular, when Nelly first dropped the Air Force One video. Two, I like the quality to be up to par with the shape that they used to have back in the day, you know, such as the padding, the shape of the toe, the swoosh on the toe. What does the back heel look like? Does it have a back logo? You know what I mean? Did they color in the stitch, you know, on the sole? Because that was very reminiscent of what happened in the Y2K era. For Air Force Ones, I like them to look close to what they looked like 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And instead of stuff like this, it's like, why, Nike, why do you add all this? Like, what is all this stuff? You know, I'm trying to figure that out as it stands, you know? Anyways, that's what it is. I hope you guys like the list. Hopefully it was affordable for y'all, and I will see you next time. Bye bye now.